Good evening, and welcome to another edition of African Americans Ain't Africans, the think show that proves without a shadow of a doubt that the so called African American didn't find his way to America in the trunk of a ship. I'm your host, the Indigenous One. Tonight, tonight, we're going to talk about something where it seems that the the true Americans always get walked over or just walked on by all the different cultures that are jam packing into America. So much so, whereas the people who's on this land, when the other cultures arrived, they just get walked upon, and the other cultures just come over. They flee their countries, and then they come to America and try to set up a life like they were living at home over here with what the Americans set up. And the people who set all of this up, the incoming foreigners just forget about them or do whatever they can to undermine them. So that's going to be the topic tonight. The multicultural Americans. What is that? I remember a few years ago, something was happening over here. Somebody was protesting, and a woman from the Congo tried to climb up the Statue of Liberty I don't know. I don't know what she was doing, but I do know where she's from. In the Congo, if she tried to climb over a gate, she would get beheaded. And so a lot of people from other cultures try to come over here and try to be an American by any means, throwing their cultures away and trying to pick up yours. And the African American Negro doesn't seem to have a problem with that because they do it themselves. But before I get into that, I just want to give a shout out to the brother that I met yesterday. Was in the store and a brother recognized me. He told me he recognized, he listens to the show regularly. And that was cool. So I want to give you a shout out, homie, if you're listening. I really appreciate you listening. I'm glad you told me what you told me. You are learning from this. And because you didn't have nowhere else to go, and it made sense. You've asked everybody in your family, and they all confirm it. So, brothers, this is all of our jobs. This is all of our jobs. I learned from other people. This has been going on for hundreds of thousands of years. But unfortunately, the majority of us don't listen. We remember, we integrated into somebody else. We begged for it. We wanted to do it. And when we integrated into another person's culture, we left ours at the door. So whatever I can do to help, brother, I mean, that's what we're supposed to be doing. It's something we don't do no more. The African American, they don't help each other. They help the other cultures that are coming over here. That's their job. So, like I was saying yesterday, when you read the first dictionary published in America, the 1828 version, and it tells you an American used to be you, but now somebody else calls themselves American. And what the term American, it must demand patriotism. It has to demand patriotism. So that's what happened. And American is just one way to say it. The British say it like that. You have people from France that came over. You have islands that are French. You have people from Spain who came over. They have islands in part of South America. It's French and Spanish. You have the Dutch that come over, their language. You have all these people. And the British called them Americans. Other people called them Americans. And when you break down that term, Americans, all it means is rich soul. What soul? Is something that you have and you just think it's cool to give to everybody. Till you have none left. And you're damn near that. You damn near there now. So this is what's happening. Everybody sees what's going on in the world. Well, the people I hang with, they don't seem too worried about it. And this is what I'm saying. When somebody takes who you are and make you someone else, you have no heart. You don't think. You rather would do that, have other people do that for you. This is the African American. And you guys know I ain't lying. The African American doesn't think ever. Right or wrong. They wait for somebody to tell them what to do. Right? See, when when we speak like that, see, a lot of people get mad. That's how you do. That's how you do. You don't think? I mean, in all these years, we ain't thought to do nothing on our land, nothing. And look at you like, yeah, so. So how do these people come from Bangladesh, Myanmar, Belarus? These are the countries that these people come up and set up on you, on top of you, and you will support them before you support yourself. Right, wrong. Oh, every day. I see it every day. Your children will pay for that if you don't first. So American Gold King says they follow trends. No, I think the African American just sits and waits for somebody to tell them what to do. I mean, that's how I've been seeing it. This is from the oldest to the youngest. And of course, it's not 100%, but 80%. You got millions in jail now. That's what they do. They wait for somebody to tell them they're being trained right now because they can't control their behavior. Their behavior is like the people they integrated with. They do what the people who they integrate do. That's all an African American is. Right or wrong? See, when I say right or wrong, nobody ever says nothing. You know why? We can't even be honest. The African American can't even be honest. One of the things that they always do is lie, right? Yeah. Never tells the truth. Will lie to their children. Do you know in California, people still put cotton on their roofs to pretend that it's snow to trick their children? That's those the kind of mind games that we do. And we act like it's not a problem. We act like it's not a problem to dumb down yourself. Major problem. Major problem. So, multicultural Americans. What are multicultural Americans? Well, what is an American? Oh, American, a rich soul. Rich soul, and we all know who that is. We don't even have to talk about it. The incoming Americans will tell you that. Sorry about that, guys. That was our guest coming. She'll be here any minute. Americans are the rich soul people. You. Who you see walking around up and down the street all throughout all these cities. That's you. But what everybody who everybody wants to copy, male or female. You don't see yourself like that because you see yourself as Black, African, whatever somebody names you, you take that name and run with it. At least your mamas and daddies did. And so, like the brother I was talking about yesterday, this brother, he was in his 30s. So they are getting it. Once you get them to start thinking, they'll get it. It's the African Americans, they came equipped with don't think. They don't think. You find an African American who claims he's an African American and ask him some questions, some simple questions, he'll lie right off the bat. He or she'll lie right off the bat. You see how that's done? We skip over our mothers, grandmothers, great-grandmothers. We skip over them to be an African. What's up, home?
Hello, everyone. Hello. Sorry I'm late.
You're not late.
I'm late.
What you cook? What you cook?
Happy Friday, everyone. Hello to the chat. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
What you cook?
Carrie. Oh, let me fix my, hold on. Let me get my boobs covered. Hold on. Lord Jesus. Okay.
What you cook?
I just made some pasta, some nice, pasta with spinach and kale and lots of onions, peppers, and all that goodness. Yeah. A little bit of mushrooms.
So we were talking about the multicultural Americans, how people from Bangladesh, Belarus, all these places are coming over here trying to replace you.
Oh, they doing it. They're doing a fine job. Tip my hat to you. Yeah, they're doing great.
Are you seeing that too?
Yes, yes. I went to the beach to like watch the sunset the other evening. And yeah, they was all I thought it was us. It was all foreigners, even the Caucasians, everybody was foreign. The dark skinned people, the Caucasians, everybody was from some other place with some other language, some other accent, proud of it, sporting off their culture and their daggone language. And here we are, nowhere. Where we at? In the house hiding from the COVID? I don't know what we doing. I don't know.
You know, that story, what you just said reminds me of how when we go swimming, nobody gets in the pool.
Right. They was all in the water. They was throwing each other in the water. They were all in it. So yeah.
So what do you think that signifies? What do you think that means?
I mean, I think it is. It's a change. You know, to me, this is what it signifies. It signifies, you know, eviction time is near for the Europeans, the white Europeans, and they want to fuck up the apartment before they're evicted. That's what it symbolizes to me. They want to mess up the place before they're evicted. They don't want to leave it nice for you. They don't want to leave you to this beautiful country by your lonesome. They want to throw all the trash from the world into your country that you have to deal with. That's what they want to leave you. That's what this is. It's not that they care about. They want all these. No, they know that they're on the way out. They're about to buy. You know, so as their exit gift to us is all the trash, all the world trash dump they're leaving here. All these multicultural people that they're leaving here that we did not invite. But we didn't know that we even were positioned to invite or not invite because we don't even know who we are. Because we go around thinking we African, so we don't even know that we have a say so.
So with all the Africans coming over here, shouldn't that be a telltale sign that we're not? Because they're not trying to hold hands with you.
The people in this chat right now are listening to YouTube stars, and I say stars, and that they have this thousands and thousands of followers who are Africans right now who they are claiming to be indigenous, and you don't even know it, and nor do you care. You see, these over the top people, these people that give you all this extra, all this, that's like a gay person pretending to, a gay man pretending to be a woman. They are faking your culture and your persona, and you buy it. You like, look at that. She's great. She's great. He's great. And they're not even you. They're not even American. But you buy it. You watch them. You cash app them. Because you don't even like what's genuine. You like the phony. You like the fake. You like the imitators. They're lining their pockets with your money, with your likes and your daggone subscribership. And they coming into our daggone, because I was leaving the courthouse today and there was an African, and I know he was African because the way he spoke, his perfect little diction was very, very forced. He was trying to speak our proper, how we do when we're real proper, the proper Negroes. He was trying to speak like a proper Negro, and the effort was real. And I was like, oh, he's an African trying to pretend to be a proper Negro. He's going in there after your daggone deeds and, well, mine, my deeds and daggone patents and shit. Because that's what they're doing. They're pretending to be you. You're liking them. You're giving them the keys to the kingdom, your information, your genealogy, and they're using your genealogy to claim to be you. And bah, you're gone again. Because you trust everybody. You in the chat right now are watching people that are phonies. And you like that. And you're giving them your genealogy. You're giving them your information about your patents, and they're running to the courthouse and getting your stuff. Because guess what? They love giving your stuff away to foreigners. Right now, they want everybody to have what you got except you. Because they don't want you to be left in your own homeland and win. For some reason, they don't want you to be in this beautiful land that is yours and win.
I just don't get how we go along with it. Like there's
Because
a
we
problem.
love everybody and everything. We love everyone. Mwah! We love everyone. We love everyone. And we love them even to the point we don't even see them. We don't even see them coming. We don't see them coming or going. We don't see anything about them that's genuine. We don't recognize it because we're too busy opening the door.
No, those are
Here
facts.
you go. Oh no, you no. You go first. You can no. After you. After you. Yeah. I can wait. I can wait. I've been waiting hundreds of years. I can wait. You go first. Go help yourself. Help yourself. Wait a minute. How about I serve you a plate? How about if I get it for you? Like that?
You're exactly right. What do you think the young people are seeing all this go on? What do you think they're thinking about their
Yeah, the
parents,
relationships.
grandparents?
Huh? What's that? What is it with the young people?
Yeah, I mean, because it seems to me like younger people are picking this up. Because I'm talking to I meet young people where I'm at all the time, and they be like, "Yo, dude, what's up?"
Right?
They're getting it. You
That's
know,
good.
yeah.
I
You know,
mean, I'm not seeing that in a lot of folks, but that's good.
well,
Very
it's not a lot. Believe me, it's the majority is out. But the culture has changed so much. Like I say, you got people from all countries. Most people have never been heard of.
man. Their frame of reference is self interest. They have a self interested frame of reference. Our frame of reference is we're interested in everybody else. We
It's,
have a non self interested frame of reference.
say that again.
Their frame of reference is self interest. They're interested in everything about self and for self. Our frame of reference is everybody but our own self interest. We care about everybody but our own self interest.
Now, when did that come about?
When did that come about? I think it came about through I think it came about. I don't know. I guess through the whole indentureship, the whole loss of land, whole loss of identity, all that whole period of time where we just felt paranoid. The fact that we have people that are against us, that are supposed to be our people, that are actually kind of undermining us all the time, that's a problem. So I guess it's a litany of things that cause us to feel that way. But I feel like the whole propaganda of us not being winners. I think it's the whole history of us being losers. I think it's this whole victim story that is pushed to our eardrums that makes us not really admire each other. And I feel like the lack of admiration is everything, right?
Right.
Like seriously, like you if you want to be in a relationship, don't you want someone to really like get you and admire you? Like that's what's up, right?
Right.
So so admiration is like everything. So if you don't have admiration amongst each other as a people, like how do you trust each other? Like how do you actually, invest yourself in each other? You
You
know what I'm
don't.
saying?
You don't.
Right. Right. Um Somebody was talking about relationships to me today. And when we talk about all this racial stuff and different multicultural people, we also people talk about how we always are dating outside of our culture, outside of our nations, and And I argued that indigenous women tend to really very much prefer indigenous men more so than indigenous men. And this person was arguing back with me, and he said, "Oh no, you guys, look at the tennis players. Look at." I said, "These are celebrities. They're not even real people. Like you can't go by celebrities as an example. Like that's ridiculous." I said, "I'm looking right across the road, and I'm sure that every fifth car has a white woman and a black man in it. You know, that's how prevalent it is." I said, "It's ridiculous. Ridiculous." I said, they'll get the ugliest Jekyll, the craziest looking, troll they can find, and, sport her around like it's the best thing coming. Well, and then he argued to me, he said, you know, they are very, they let you know how they feel, and they come to you, and I said, okay, so if a rabid dog comes to you, then that's like you're great, like that's good, like anything that comes and actually presents itself to you, makes it easy on your butt. That's what you want. That's what's good. If they're really desperately trying to win you over, you're convinced by that. That's working. Buying your affection, trying to win you over, all that stuff. That's a solid relationship. See, men are going into the mindset of just getting that pussy. They're not in the mindset of actually building a kingdom. We need babies, young men, from the point that they're little children. They have to have a sense of responsibility with their penises, and women have to have a sense of responsibility with their vaginas. You can't just throw that out there like you're just gonna, throw that stuff against the wall. Whatever sticks is all good. No, you can't do that, because you have to be responsible, and you have to understand that you are building. We have to build kingdoms. We have to carefully select people that are smart, that at least have some sense of like responsibility, that have a sense of ethics, that are hardworking. I mean, the building blocks of a nation, that has to be in the person. You're not going to build quality people from crap. So all this, yeah, they like me, I like them. That's what they tell you. That's the propaganda they feed you, because they want you to be less than the greatness that we are. They want you to just be like, if it feels good. They want you to be that. I do what I want to do. You know what? They want you to be all like that. That's insane, because it's bigger things that we are building here. And our purpose in here in the world is bigger than that. So if it feels good and all that stuff, and hey, looking all right, she was doing, come on. And then look what they've done to our music. So now our music reflects that whole thing. Like, it doesn't reflect what we really are. It doesn't really even reflect how we really live. It reflects how they want us to be. The music they promote is how they want us to be. Does that make sense?
No, that's the truth. And why call it music? Because it's anything but what they're playing now, what they're faking for music is nothing. It sounds nothing like music.
Right.
You can't even feel it.
Yeah.
Music, at least something you can feel. It can inspire you. What is this? What is this that's played now?
It's stuff to keep you mindless and to keep you oppressed. That's what it is, to keep you down. You're not moving forward with this stuff. And I told you, like, I could actually probably Bluetooth music from my phone, but I'm whatever. I'm old and I don't always do what I'm those things. But anyway, basically, I have taken to not listening to R&B radio because of the fact that it's so horrible and they promote the backs all the time. So I've been listening to a lot of country, which is fun. I like all kinds of music, and country is the white man's blues, which we have let go of. We've let go of our blues, and our blues used to tell us. They used to talk about our lives. We get out our pain. We get out we express our happiness, our love. We express how we live. We talked about everyday, the real people, just serious life. Just life stuff, right? And now and then we have jazz, which is so inspiring and just like it's like cerebral, right? And they call it the standard, like the American standards, and stuff like this, and they use these terminologies because they know it's so cerebral, it's classical, and the fact that we let go of those and just drop those, kick them to everything we create, we just kick it to the side. Somebody else picks it up. They brush it off. They daggone. They practice it. They practice it. They practice it till they get it just as good as we are. Well, not really quite, but they get it pretty good. Asians are doing everything. Everything we do, Asians, white folks are doing, and we let it go. And I don't know what we're picking up now, but it's empty, and we need to do better at fighting for music that expresses who we are and our culture, and not what we are, just what we are, but what we want to be. It should inspire us to be more than what we are. That's what music used to also do. It was a call to order.
Do
A
you see
call
that?
to order.
Do you see that happening anytime soon?
I see that there are some very talented artists out there. There's people can actually get their music out in different ways independently like never before. So there is an opportunity for people to actually get out music that actually inspires people. The question is, will people want that music, or do they want to hear some ratchet hoe talk about, how her kitty cat is or whatever? I have no idea. Like, it's like, what do they want to hear? And then you have to overcome the propaganda, because what now is happening is we're being bewitched in believing that this is what's hot, and they create this fake, you know, popularity for these artists that really aren't really, they're not doing what they're doing, but according to the numbers and according to what we're told, they're what's popping. So people end up liking something that isn't even going that hot. It becomes hot because they done confused and betrayed you into thinking that it's hot. So therefore now you think it's hot. So
Earlier you talked about propaganda.
yeah, I did talk about propaganda, and
Do you think with what they're doing to the music and how they're marketing it, the numbers they're telling us, blah blah blah, do,
yeah,
do you think that's part of the propaganda? Because like we said earlier, music is something you can feel, it's like you can feel,
right.
or at least you can see the story being told.
Right. Yeah, I think they do. I think they create the popularity. It's not even as popping as they make people popular, and they make the numbers, and they make it be a winner. They make it be a banger. They make it a hit even if it's not. And so because you think it's what everybody else likes, what's this crowd, this herd mentality we have, right? So that if we think everybody else likes it, then you got to convince yourself to like it, right? That's crazy.
No, when music, I mean, for me, this is, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. So we're talking, and this is not everybody.
Right.
Because everybody, I mean, there's people who live in Kansas City. I don't know. There's millions of people that live in Chicago. I don't know them. There's millions that live in New York. I don't know them.
Right.
Miami. So all those people, I think is the way they broadcast it and market it makes you think that the music is popping, because the music is shit. And
Right.
when I first realized that music was shit, way before now,
When was that?
the group NWA. I thought, but everybody thought it was everybody. I mean, all my friends.
Right. Everybody thought it was what? Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, man, this is the shittiest. That's when music really died for me. I was like, damn, it's horrible.
Right.
But you know, and they were doing that. What do you take when you take a person's song and put it on sampling?
Right.
I mean, what is that? I mean, that's one of the reasons why you like bands, because they make a different sound.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So and so in doing that, do you think that's these multicultural Americans? What do you see? Where do you see them picking up that we just kicked to the curb?
I mean, they pick up everything we put down. They pick up how we talk, how we dress, you know, everything. How we I don't think they can pick up how we sing. I don't think that they have that yet, but you know, they try. You know what I mean? And so they pick up everything, and now they're going to pick up our land. Now they're going to pick up our identity, because our identity, we've allowed our identity to become whitewashed with, or well, maybe I should say Africa washed, right? So now we're African Americans, right? I just passed by that.
Well, you don't want to let the audience know, if you want. See, this is not something that's done overnight. This Africa thing is not something that's done overnight. In 1960, and that was what, 60 years ago? In 1960, this is how long they'll take to do something, because they can't do it all at once, because we'll catch on.
Right.
In 1960, a movie came out called A Raisin in the Sun. The woman who played Sidney Poitier's sister, she was trying to bring an African to meet the family, talking about how great they were and blah, blah, blah. And Sidney Poitier over there starving, you know?
Right.
So this is how they do stuff. They just slide it in on us.
Right.
And we don't even get it. I mean, we hear 60 years later, and that shit has came to fruition.
Right.
And we still, I don't know.
Yeah.
And
now they're one of the wealthiest you know, so-called people of whatever color, whatever you want to call them, are dark-skinned people supposedly in America, and you ain't mad about it. You don't really think about it. You just put it right out of your mind. You don't think about it at all. You don't think, you're not gonna I guess you're not gonna think about it when they have all your land patents in your land either. You're not gonna think about that either. You're gonna be good with that too. I don't know what you're gonna do as far as how you're gonna survive and live, and what's gonna be left for your descendants, because you didn't take action. You need to take action. They plan things. How many? At least 7 generations ahead. At least. You need to be planning your life 7 generations ahead. It's not about you right now being comfortable with your 2-story doors in front of your house and your 2-story ceilings and your daggone, you know, grandiose fireplace, and your fireplace by the daggone an outside fireplace, and you know your swimming pool. I don't know what the heck people got, but it's not about that.
They have what other people
comfortable as you are right now, that thing can be tattered, torn down, and gone within 10 years after you're dead. Less than 10 years. Then
I mean, listen, all these people are coming over here because of you. The laws and stuff, how you change this whole matrix around. These people are living way worse in their countries. They got dictators. They got countries that get money from America, and the president just takes the money and don't give the people shit. That's what kind of governments these people are coming from.
Yeah. And talk about savage. Instead of trying to fight, instead of trying to help your brothers and sisters, you just book up and try to get yours.
Right.
From somebody else.
Right.
That's savage.
Yeah. See, so I know y'all
we care so much We try to do what's right. We try to they're gonna help people. We try to give people the benefit of the doubt. We try to see both their ways of things. Oh, they have it worse than us. Oh, we should have compassion. We got all that going on. Meanwhile, half the time we ain't really got even an ounce of they're gonna care for our cousins and them.
Don't even care about the cousins.
Don't care about the cousins in them. We're not trying to help the cousins in them. Cousins in there struggling like a third world country right here in this country. But you're not trying to help your cousins in them because you don't even know them. You don't even talk to them. You don't know their life. You don't even care about their life. You care about these Africans and them coming over here and being able to have an opportunity, and it's only fair because they have it worse than us. But you don't understand that your own cousins are living like it's a third world country. But you don't care to know your cousins, so you wouldn't know that, would you?
So, young people, I mean, old people, babies,
Mm-hmm.
5 years old. If your mama listen to this and you walking right by your mama, I'm talking to you too.
Right.
Every landmass, every landmass produce people. When
Right.
we talk about nature, we talking about earth, wind, fire, air, soil, everything in nature. You're created from that.
Mm-hmm.
All that put together, that's you. The minerals around where you live, what grows where you live. You could live in a place where there's aluminum right there. You don't know because you're just trying to barbecue. You could live in a place that's full of coal. That what does that mean for you? That's how you know you connected to this. Where you want to do a DNA test, do a DNA test with the land, and I don't know how to do that. Do, stop letting everybody tell you what to do. I mean, it's ugly. It don't work.
No, it's time for us to do better, and it's time for us to do more, and do better and do more. How about do more? How about put in more? Don't forget the water. That's right.
I mean,
Don't
all
for-
of this. You're a part of all of this.
We're
And
part of the
so,
water. We
yeah.
definitely are water because we know we're mostly water, so that's definitely we're water.
So, hey, this is what I want to ask you, Vise.
Mm.
What's up with all the plasma centers in all of these cities?
Oh yeah, isn't that that's my most disturbing thing that I ever. I would say you know, I would say if you don't care about anything, think about all your cousins and them that are going to the centers every other day, giving a plasma away to these daggone Frankenstein people, and they're using your plasma to make these drugs to kill you. And they're using your plasma to make these drugs to make themselves live forever. They're trying to use you to live forever because you have that ability. You have eternity in you. We have the ability to outlast anybody. We could live and live and live and live well, but they throw toxins our way to stop that, to give us the hypertension and the diabetes, right? And the renal failure, where we have to go to dialysis every damn other day. They put those things in our drugs and in our water and in our food so that we are less than magnificent. We're not the specimens that we are built to be. And then you have these plasma centers in all of our neighborhoods. There will be one on one corner, and then about 4 blocks away, there'll be another one. They'll be less than 15 miles apart. That's how many of these plasma centers there are. And you're not suspicious of them. If anybody wants to tear down or get something tear down or protest on something, don't let them put plasma centers in our neighborhoods. What is behind that? Why isn't anybody looking into that? They're not anywhere else. They're only with y'all. Oh, the Mexicans, yeah. And by the Mexican border, yeah, I saw a plasma center. I was like, there going, this looks like Trenton. And then I was like, wow, look at there's a plasma center. I was like, dang. They
What is
do it
that?
to them too.
What's so special about the plasma?
The plasma, the clear part of the blood. Well, that's what they call it, a plasma center. I mean, that's what they say they're taking off, because they divide the blood and they take off, remove the plasma. It's very expensive. It's a very important part of blood. It's something that you can actually give to people and make into drug components, because it actually doesn't have the antibodies that the other parts of the blood have. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's why you can actually use it in the manufacturing of different products,
Ah, okay.
right? You don't have to be typed and crossed to use plasma. Plasma is universally, you can give it to anybody. Anybody can take it. It doesn't have to have it, because it's got all the stuff that actually causes reactions and antibody problems. It's removed from it. So it's got the weight and the value of your blood without having the problems of the blood. And so they can use it to create different products, and they can use it in different ways and give it to people. And they can, and they probably believe that the chocolate plasma, does things to them. They probably feel real good when they get that plasma infusion. I don't know what these people are doing with the plasma, but I bet you they feeling like they on top of the world with your plasma, your cousin's plasma.
Probably
They've
a
been
knockoff,
they've
probably
been
a knockoff version of adrenochrome.
exactly. That's exactly what it is. They
Yeah.
probably use it to make the adrenochrome, as a component of how they give it to you. So not only do you have that adrenochrome, but you also have the plasma, so you feel like a super person. They trying to make themselves into super people with your fluids,
Isn't that
your
something?
life, your life fluids.
And yeah, I mean, it's tough talk. It's tough. The conversation you and I are having now is you can't find that nowhere.
Right. And then you have to, yeah, and these things, we have to kind of we have to take a look at these things. But not only do we need to take a look at these things, we need to start doing things about these things. If you're conscious, act like you're conscious. You know what I mean? If you're conscious, yeah, it's all good to be conscious, right? Or woke, or indigenously woke. But if you're indigenously woke and you're not doing anything, if you're not taking action, then what's the purpose? Because every time we don't take action, there's a generation that's going to slip away. This destruction, because the destruction is coming on hard and heavy, and this destruction that we're experiencing now was planned 100 years ago. So what are you waiting on? We got to get to work. We have to self protect. We have to build. We have to create a positive, safe environment. If we're not doing something to make things better, then you're part of making it worse.
One more time.
If you're not doing something to actively make things better, then you're part of what is making things worse.
So one of the guys asked, "Well, what do we do?" And first, you got to be cordial to each other. You got to work together. Brothers should be building something. In every city around here, brothers should be building something.
And don't be stingy with your information. That's the other thing.
Right.
A lot of times you may know somebody, something real simple as knowing somebody who knows something, or knowing somebody who knows how to do something, or knowing somebody who has something. And you be like putting that in your back pocket because you think someday you're going to need this brother's number, but you're not ready right now. But when you get your shit together, I'm going to need this person that knows how to get thus and such done. Nah, stop being stingy with the information. That's not how this works. You have to be abundant. You have to live abundantly, and you have to give abundantly. You cannot be greedy, and you cannot be selfish. Doesn't work.
Don't work.
Mm-mm. You won't win that way.
So, Lisa, can you tell us a little bit about the summit that's coming up?
Yes, the summit is coming up. Whoa, it's coming up October 10th and 11th. It's going to be amazing. We're going to have um, some new suspects, some unusual suspects, some new suspects. It's going to be it's going to be great. First of all, we're gonna have. I don't know if any. Have you ever been to the Universal Circus? The Universal Circus.
Yes, I've been there.
You know, I think my favorite part of Universal Circus is the stilt walkers, and we're gonna have a stilt walker that's gonna come and it's gonna get your kids all excited, and it's gonna make you have, put a smile on your face, and it's really reminiscent of what we used to do as far as stilt walking, and and actually imitating our Olmec ancestors, our giant, enormous ancestors. So, I mean, it's very exciting. And also we're gonna have, of course, our drummer and our saxophonist. We're gonna have music. We're gonna have the our fantastic Shakina, our bow specialist, our archerist that's gonna actually show you how to use a bow and arrow, let you hit that target, teach you how to hit that target, and hopefully she'll have some equipment that she can sell to you there, which will be awesome because a lot of you might want to continue this hobby, and I suggest you do. You can actually hunt for your own food. That's what's up. So we'll have that available for you too. We're gonna have crystal specialists. We're gonna have edibles. We're gonna have we're gonna have some tobacco leaves and all kinds of vendors selling. Celestine will be there with her fine jewelry and fine creams and all kinds of new surprises she's going to bring. We're gonna have uh, let's see what else. Oh, I may even have a bird of prey trainer, a brother who actually trains falcons and shows us how what he does with the falcons, because that would be fire. Hopefully, he'll be able to make it out for us. Um, it's going to be a big opportunity for you to sit and listen to a panel of people that you see on YouTube and actually see them face to face. You'll be able to see them, hear them, meet them, ask them questions. We're going to actually allow you to, write down your questions, and you can actually ask what you want to ask to the panel. We're going to also, give you an opportunity to sit down one on one and meet up with them during our breaks and between our panel sessions. So it's gonna be fantastic. That's day one of fun. We're gonna have information about how do you do your genealogy? How do you actually get yourself organized as a people? As far as getting yourself out of being African American, that information will be available for people. In addition, on Monday, and also we'll talk about, your rights as an indigenous person that a lot of people aren't aware of, that people aren't actually accessing themselves to because they're not organizing themselves. And it really requires you to do the work. Monday, we're gonna go on tours, and we're gonna go see some of our ancient burial sites. We're gonna go see go visit a plantation, go visit some ancient tombs, and also we're gonna see some of the water sites and just how we used to live, and just get an idea of the lifestyle of the Accomack Indians here, and just our ancient ways. Just get a better understanding of how we used to live and how we used to vibe, what we used to do. I may bring in some of my turkeys and chickens because we started raising chickens and turkeys from eggs at the beginning of the year, and now they're laying eggs. So I may bring them out so that the kids can see the animals and that sort of thing. So that also may be out there. So it's going to be a very interesting time. We're also going to have special section for the young people, the people under 30 that might want a different kind of music and a different kind of experience. A lot of times they like to speak to their own people, so we're also going to have that available as well. So it's going to be a fun time for all, games and activities for the kids, teenagers, and for the adults. So, and of all ages. So.
You know what I noticed about, when I go to places like right there on the Eastern Shore or even in Atlanta at the Mounds, anywhere you go, it's like, well, where our ancestors were living, the land is so flat, so you can do so much on that land. Like we're
Right,
walking out to the mounds in Georgia, you see how the land is just vast.
right, right, exactly. And that's the thing. I mean, we had it all set up. We had the roads set up. We had, all these highways was already laid out. We did all this stuff. The stuff was already done. They came here to a civilized world talking about they discovered. They didn't discover not a doggone thing. They came here to chill and to win. Just like these people are coming today. These people, these new multicultural, multi-ethnic, multinationals that are coming in today, they are coming here to win. While we don't even know how to win. In order to win, first of all, we have to understand and respect and love each other. In order to win, we have to work together. We have to build together and trust each other. There has to be some unity amongst us, and there has to be a lot more respect and admiration.
Well, Lisa, I want to thank you for joining us tonight. You always share some good words with us. And I want to thank the audience for joining us tonight too, like you
Thank
all
you.
do on Fridays.
Yes.
You
Thank
guys,
you, guys.
yeah, you guys have a good weekend. Stay dry, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.